Fortnite meets The Simpsons in the ultimate toxic matchup. Today, we're transforming the Hazardous Tentacles Bucket into a radioactive Boba tea back bling straight out of Springfield's power plant. Well, let's draw it. So we have these two dots. We're going to draw the foreshortened circle. This is going to be the lip of our cup. So we're going to start drawing this tall Boba cup. We're going to add a little bit of thickness to the lip. So I'm drawing these two lines down. You see this curve right here? I want you to match that. Match that curve down. Awesome. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the sides of the cup. This definitely looks like it's from the nuclear plant in The Simpsons. And look at all those friendly eyeballs. So same thing at the bottom of the cup. We're going to curve that line down. And add one more little cylinder at the base here. And that creates a little bit of overlapping. And same thing, I'm going to match these lines that curve down. And obviously these are the hazardous waste logos and signs we're creating now on the cup. So I'm going to evenly space some diagonal lines that are going across this. Well, all right, I want to know who ordered the radioactive boba tea with extra eyeballs today. Today we're drawing something so toxic even Mr. Burns would say, yeah, maybe don't order that. So we're going to go ahead and work on the toxic waste symbol. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start roughing in the circle for the hazardous waste sign. I'm going to go ahead and draw a little small circle in the center. I'm going to go ahead and draw these diagonal lines out. I'm going to do the same thing. Kind of creates an hourglass. I'm just going to go ahead and shade in the ones that are going to be filled in with black marker later. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the boba pearls. So this is an example of the use of repetition of these little circles. But pretty soon we're going to be adding the tentacles because every good beverage needs limbs. Maybe this is what happens when the boba shop forgets to clean out their machines. So I'm going to go ahead and start the first eyeball. Roughing in that circle. So obviously we need a giant eyeball so this drink can judge your life choices. So now I'm going to curve a line up around the eyeball. And then we're going to be now creating the tentacles. All I know is tentacles equals flavor. Remember, I don't make the rules. So there I have our first tentacle hanging over the edge of the cup. And this is an example of the use of overlapping, which is a method of creating space. Space is one of our elements of art. So I never have another tentacle hanging over the edge of the cup. All right, now we're going to start some of this toxic slime. And it's basically the tap water in Springfield. Yeah, if this cup isn't glowing by the end, then we've failed. So we use these wavy lines for our toxic slime. I'm going to go ahead and clean up some construction lines because we've used overlapping. Now this is on top, so we're erasing the lines underneath. So we're going to be using more overlapping today as we add more of these tentacles. Yeah, I think Epic Games needs to call me up. We need to add this to the game. So I'm going to add a few more of these tentacles. You can see just using these lines that are a little bit wavy. So are these tentacles waving hello, or are they trying to escape? So we have another eyeball we're creating. Once we draw the eyeball, we're going to go ahead and draw the tentacle around it. And you can see this drawing today has this movement. Looks like these tentacles are moving around. This toxic slime is splashing out of our boba tea today. So the same thing, I'm going to draw a circle. Draw a little dot for the pupil, and then draw another little circle. And as you can see, I curved a line out to the left there, so it actually turned the eyeball to the left. So a cool trick you can do with circles is you can easily turn them to the left or right. So if I curve a line to the left, it turns that circle then into its 3D shape partner, the sphere, and it can be rotated in space. You can do the same thing with heads. All right, so we're going to add the straw. So I did 2 dots, a foreshortened circle. And I'm trying to see where these lines would end up down in the cup. So it's looking pretty awesome, but we're going to add just a little bit more overlapping. So once again, drawing another circle. So inside the side, we have the pupil and we have the iris. The iris is the eye color, which I use green today. And same thing, this one has a little peekaboo tentacle. It's hiding behind the straw maybe. And overlapping, as you can see, is a great way of creating space. But also we're changing the size of the eyeball. So the eyeball that is closer to us today is larger. And some of these eyeballs off to the distance are smaller. So once again, size and overlapping. So this eye decided, you know what, I'm going to turn it to the right. So I curved a little line to the right, put the little dot for the iris on it. And now I'm turning it into a tentacle. This is a fun way to doodle. I remember I used to do that in school. Do a lot of overlapping with lines in my doodles. So at the bottom here, we're going to use some lines to make it look like this toxic slime has spilled over the edge of this cup onto the floor. Yeah, I think this looks a little bit like a smoothie Shrek would order. So we're going to go ahead and add a few of these teardrop shapes. So it looks like the slime is splashing out of the cup. And once again, this helps to create movement. And movement is one of our principles of design in art. So the elements of art are the building blocks, and the principles of design are how you arrange those building blocks. So before I outline, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up some of these construction lines. And this is a good time to stand back from your work and make any adjustments as needed. So I'm going to be going in with a Sharpie marker for most of my outlining, and I also have a micron that I'm going to be using. I'm going to use the micron where the tentacle meets the eyeball. I'm going to make those lines thinner. And wow, this looks so cool today. Yeah, I definitely think they need to add this into the game. Maybe it'll be a third variation of the back bling. So I'll be coloring using value today. So colors have value. And I'm starting off with ivory. And then for the eye color, I'm going with apple green. And I'm also making the slime, toxic slime waste. I'm putting down that apple green as a base color first. Now I'm going in with yellow ochre, which is a dark yellow. That's the base color for the tentacles. Wow, this looks so cool. Dark green for the boba. And now I'm going in with just regular green, adding in the shadows. And this is orange. And in the Posca set, orange basically looks like a red orange. And this is adding the shadows into the tentacles. Look how 3D this is looking. Now I'm going to add some highlights with just yellow. I'm adding some shading to the eyeballs with some beige. Adding some highlights with the white Posca. Little red lines in them to that eyeball. And then once again with the regular green, I'm adding some more shadows into the boba cup. Adding some highlights with the yellow there. And with the gray, I'm also going to go over that with some black to make some darker gray. And I also have that white highlight there. Makes it look like the light is reflecting off of the straw. I have light orange and regular orange here with a little bit of yellow and that little toxic waste sign. And now I'm just going to go back over and start freshening up my outlining. Well, guys, that is our toxic tentacle boba tea. It's cute, dangerous, and 100% something Homer would drink by accident. Well, hit subscribe, or this eyeball will stare at you all day long. Well, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.